Your MCP server works locally, but getting that exact configuration, dependencies, environment variables, even the server object name, into different clients, CI pipelines, or team members' setups still means writing brittle JSON by hand. We'll use FastMCP2's install MCP JSON command to generate complete client-ready configurations in one step, handling everything from auto-detected server objects to explicit custom setups. You'll see how to specify dependencies with manage environments via env, control Python versions, and even pipe configurations directly to clipboards or CI scripts, all while keeping the server name, execution details, and client integration cleanly separated.
Hash auto-detect server object looks for MCP, server, or app. FastMCP, install MCP JSON server. Hi. Hash explicit server object. FastMCP, install MCP JSON server. Hi, my custom server.
This demonstrates the declarative configuration generation pattern for MCP server deployment. The approach creates standardized JSON configurations that abstract server execution details, including command structure, dependencies, environment variables, and runtime parameters. Unlike traditional deployment methods that embed these details in client-specific formats, this pattern generates portable configurations that work across MCP-compatible clients, CI/CD pipelines, and team sharing scenarios. The technique works by analyzing your server implementation and generating a complete execution specification. FastMCP examines the server object, auto-detecting from common names like MCP, server, or app, or using explicit object paths, then constructs a JSON configuration containing the executable command, arguments, dependencies, environment variables, Python version requirements, and project directory context. The generated configuration supports custom server naming, dependency injection through multiple mechanisms, direct packages, requirements files, or editable installs, environment variable management, and even clipboard output for easy integration. This pattern solves three critical problems in server deployment: cross-client compatibility, environment consistency, and configuration portability. By generating a single standardized configuration, you eliminate the need to maintain separate setup instructions for different MCP clients like Claude Desktop, Cursor, or VS Code. The approach particularly shines in CI/CD environments where you need reproducible server launches, or when sharing configurations across teams. The trade-off is a slight abstraction layer, but the benefit is substantial, consistent server behavior across all environments with minimal manual configuration overhead. Let's break it down line by line.
Hash auto-detect server object looks for MCP, server, or app. FastMCP, install MCP JSON server. Hi.
Auto-detects the FastMCP server instance in server. Pi by searching for common variables, MCP, server, or app, falling back to explicit specification if none exist. Generates standardized FastMCP, JSON configuration for deployment, CI/CD, and cross-client compatibility while supporting custom naming via name, dependency management with requirements, environment variables through env file, Python version targeting with Python, and project directory specification via project. The copy option streams output to clipboard for easy sharing.
Hash explicit server object. FastMCP, install MCP JSON server. Hi, my custom server.
Explicitly targets a custom server instance when auto-detection of MCP, server, or app isn't sufficient. The server, Pi, my custom server, syntax pins installation to a specific object, while optional flags like name override the default naming, with manages dependencies, and env handles environment variables. This generates a standardized FastMCP, JSON for client integration, CI/CD pipelines, or configuration sharing, abstracting server details from execution context while supporting version pinning via Python and project isolation with project. FastMCP deployment bridge. The MCP JSON command transforms Python server implementations into portable MCP configurations, handling server object detection, dependency resolution, and environment setup through a single interface. Auto detection checks for MCP, server, or app objects in sequence, but requires explicit file, Py object syntax when using custom entry points or factory functions.
The server that declares its name in code surrenders it to the configuration that declares nothing.